Hi, my fellow munchers. Today I am sharing a fried dumpling recipe that is to die for. Plus, I'm going to be serving up a whodunit noodle shop mystery, Death by Dumpling. Join me as I cook my way through reading. Okay, so like any good story, it all depends on the content and what the writer has to bring to the table. The same thing is with a good dish. So we're gonna need some cream cheese, some confectioner's sugar, some wonton wraps, and some crab meat. Whether it's imitation or the real deal, it's up to you. I'm using imitation meat. Why? Because I'm going to be making a fried dumpling called Crab Rangoon. I felt that this particular recipe was fitting for the title of the book, which is Death by Dumpling, the first in a noodle shop mystery written by Vivian Chien or Chien. I hope I am pronouncing her name correctly. Anywho, the story is absolutely just so much fun. It is a whodunit, and I love these types of stories, especially this style of writing. Now, I love to follow the cozy culinary book niche because one, it is not heavy on bad language or sexual innuendo. It is a light-hearted mystery where you are just, the suspense is there. You're trying to figure out who did what, and it's entertaining at the same time. Plus, it's food related. Some of these types of stories and novels include recipes, and this is definitely the direction that I want to take my channel in. And so what we're going to do is, as I prepare the meal, I'm going to share about the story. And believe me, I'm not going to give you any type of spoilers here. Just enough for you to get, hooked into the story and make you go get this book because it's that good. And also make this recipe so that while you're munching on these Crab Rangoon fried dumplings, you're into the story as well. Now, you're going to finely chop your crab meat, and you're going to take the whole block of cream cheese along with about 1 to 2 tablespoons of powdered sugar. This is all depending on your taste. So you can always modify it to your liking. So let me tell you a little bit about Death by Dumpling, okay? This story is based on the protagonist, which is Lana Lee. She is a 27-year-old biracial woman. She is half English on her father's side, and her mother is Taiwanese. And so she is trying to find herself. She has an older sister who is 30 years old on her way to becoming a lawyer. And, her mom is constantly comparing the two, which kind of like brings frustration and tension within the relationship. Lana's mom really wants her to just settle down and get married, but Lana feels like there is more in store for her. Now, she is in the middle of a bad breakup. She is also just walking out of a dramatic workplace, and she's finding herself having to go back to work for her parents in their restaurant called the Holy Noodle House. Now, the Holy Noodle House is nestled within a it's nestled in what's called an Asian village, which is like a shopping center or a shopping mall where there are other Asian families who own small businesses as well. And so she's faced to having to go back and work for her parents, waiting tables, because she feels that at the moment that's the best option for her to put her life back together. So let me briefly pause right there. Now that I have made my stuffing, it's time for us to grab the wonton, and we're going to take a little bit of water, and we're going to kind of just make sure that we rub some water all over on the edges of the wonton, because this is what's going to hold the dumpling together, as you can see here and as I'm demonstrating it for you. Very simple, very easy to make, and it's the water is going to hold the wonton into place, and then you're just going to finish stuffing all of these wrappers up. Now, the fun part of this story, man, with Lana's love life, that soon becomes yesterday's news because she decided to just move on. And of course, the property manager has gained a lot of enemies because he has decided to raise the rent. Okay, now, his name is Mr. Fang, and he mysteriously turns up dead after a delivery of shrimp dumplings. Now, this man is allergic to shrimp, and so the delivery came from Holy, which was delivered by Lana Lee. So right now she is like all a hot mess. Okay, she is in deep hot water, or in this case some deep oil. As you can see here, the way that these fried dumplings, Crab Rangoon, are coming along. So you want to make sure that you heat up your oil. It's, as you can see, it was bubbling when I added it. It's going to fry fairly quickly. You're going to wait for it to turn into a light golden hue, as you see here, and then you're going to remove them to the side with a slotted spoon, and make sure that you have a strainer with paper towels so it can absorb any extra oil. So as I keep frying this, let me get back into the story because it's about to heat up. So Mr. Fang's severe life-threatening shellfish allergy is what took him out, and now Lana Lee is like in a frenzy because she delivered the food to him, and he had ordered some pork dumplings. So someone switched this meal out, which eventually ended his life. And so now she is like, what the heck is going on here? And so she sets out to play detective. Okay, she decides that she's gonna get to the bottom of this to find out who is behind Mr. Fang's killer, or behind Mr. Fang's death, and to find the killer before her number is up. This was beautifully written, and what I love most about the story is that it was in no way predictable at all. Okay, there is suspense, again, like I stated before, and the mystery is right there. I love it. You get all of the themes in there. You get family secrets, my God, what she uncovers. You get insight on the Asian culture, their beliefs, their superstitions, and also the story of friendships is so solid in this throughout this novel. I really, really did enjoy it. We also see how Lana just comes out of her funk. I mean, she, like I stated before, she has some past relationships, both with, in her love life and in her family life, that she has to kind of work through. And then she slowly begins to emerge and find herself throughout the story. So if you want to know who took out Mr. Fang, you're going to have to pick up a copy of this book. I give the book and this recipe 2 thumbs up. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up and subscribe so that you can follow along the next book in the series as I cook my way through reading. Here goes my Crab Rangoon fried dumpling that's to die for. Until next time, bye.